really bittersweet. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your beautiful faces. But alhamdulillah, we have this opportunity in this avenue. It's been so amazing listening in so far. MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
Alhamdulillah, definitely an amazing experience. I'll say that. For our viewers, I just wanted to let you know that Namerik will be our second MC and will be co-hosting. So I will be leaving you guys, unfortunately, in a little bit, a few minutes, but I'm still going to be watching. So watch out. But Namerik, subhanAllah, we just heard from Sister Amira, and such a powerhouse in terms of, you know, sharing her gems of social justice causes. Like, that just rocked my world, because, you know it, but when you hear it from someone who's learned and is able to share that information with you, you really are able to process it and think outside the box and be like, I need to be doing more, right? What are your thoughts on that?
Allahu Akbar, so true. SubhanAllah, I think oftentimes we're so busy in our own sort of little bubble, we don't realize how other people are living. Some people are saying, definitely people in my circle, it feels like we're in a prison, but we're in our home. Some people are actually in a prison. So SubhanAllah, Allahu Akbar. I mean, she really put a lot of things into perspective, and I can see the comments, mashallah, from some of the viewers so far. It's been so tremendous. I think one of the viewers were saying, we have to think about others and not just about ourselves during this time as well.
Absolutely. I just caught another comment where it says strength and growth come through continuous effort and struggle. SubhanAllah, like that just like sums it up in a nutshell. And you also just mentioned something in terms of helping others. And I do feel that, and Sister Amira mentioned this, and it just resonated with me, is through helping others, through supporting your community and humanity at large, for that sake, irrespective of faith and everything, it truly humbles yourself to be able to understand and self-discover your journey, right? And it allows you to do that pulse check in terms of things that you may need to adjust, right? What you're doing, how you're thinking, how you're helping, how you're supporting. And subhanAllah, it really hit home when she was mentioning a few things in terms of right now standing up to some of the social justice causes of people not having enough food, the vulnerable, not having shelters, right? Like that just hit home, because you're right. You're saying that, this was a prison, but alhamdulillah, I have a roof over my head, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is keeping us safe and healthy. But we can't see the same for some of the vulnerable out there, right? What are your thoughts?
Allah, we're so true. I'm reading some of the comments now, and I see Sharmila Adams Israel said, I'm from listening to the lecture, that there are shelters for abused women out there. There's a lot of holes in our society. And then, I don't know who said this quote. Can somebody please write it if they remember this quote? But when you're looking at a crisis, look for the helpers. There's a quote there. Someone knows where that quote is from. Please share it with the team here.
Love it.
There are helpers, and I think one of those helpers is it is the shelters, like Nisa homes, that inshallah we're going to be getting into a little bit some more. And it's so important to look for the helpers, because sometimes when you just look at the holes, it gets very heavy, right?
Yeah. And I feel that together, when we unite to make that difference, make that contribution, provide that helping hand, we're slowly filling those holes, right? And if we turn a deaf ear, a blind eye to it, then those holes tend to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's not only impacting, different various vulnerable communities within our circle, but even our own home and our own family and friends, right? So it definitely takes precedence to share the narratives, better understand, the awareness of all of this and what it is we can do to benefit, humanity at large, and in turn, helping ourselves, right?
Allahu Akbar, so true. Allahu Akbar.
You mentioned Nisa homes, and I really want to re-highlight that, because right now they have sheltered more than 600 women and children to date. Subhanallah, right? And that really, 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 makes me think in terms of when Amira was saying, shelter and support. These are the guys that are working in the front lines that are saying, we can provide you with the support. We can help these sisters and women